Now, for the most important question of all, what do you two think about the woman in Japan?
I'll start. So, compared to back home, the women here, there's a lot more of them. They are, in my opinion, prettier. Not because their appearance is prettier, but
they also dress nicer.
They dress nicer.
Yeah, they have a very nice sense of fashion.
Yeah, they wake up in the morning, and whether it's school or just walking around, they want to look nice. And it's,
as men, we appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate
it. Appreciate it.
There's
thank you, Japanese.
Yeah, thank you. You know.
Stop looking at me and start talking to me.
Okay, ladies. Okay.
Like, well, no, it's like they look, and it's like it's there, but they don't like come up to you. It's like, why? You come up to him. Is it the height thing? I can't do much.
I'm really short, so I'm easier to approach.
Gomen.
I'm like a teddy bear almost. I'm not as big as one.
I'm sorry. I'm big and scary.
So Taylor here has a Japanese girlfriend. So tell us a little bit about that, like in comparison to your maybe past girlfriends from maybe other countries. I'm not too sure about your records.
So my girlfriend, she's Japanese. For all you who obviously don't know, I met her in America though at my home university, and we hit it off. So, but currently I'm living with her in Japan, and it's nice. Like, I mean, I haven't had. It's great. I like it. I really care for my girlfriend, and compared to other relationships, I've only been in one previous relationship, and that didn't last long enough to form an opinion. But
why don't you talk about that?
I've had friends who I was interested in who were not Japanese, and it can be easier to have someone that their native language is English, so you can get those jokes and everything. But with my girlfriend and stuff, though sometimes the language can be a problem, her English isn't perfect, my Japanese is far from perfect, it allows us to sit down and have a real conversation and just for hours at end just talk to each other and learn about each other.
Would you say she has any traditional Japanese traits?
Can I say one?
Yeah, he's met my girlfriend.
So I spent the night at this apartment one time, and she cleaned it before I got there.
It was really awesome.
Like,
that was the only time.
She cleaned it, or he?
She cleaned it. Okay. Him and I were out.
Yeah.
Now, granted, a lot of people in other countries would do the same thing. Usually, the place was spotless. So, in that sense, I find that pretty, Japanese in the sense that, the hotel that I stayed at the first week I was here, they were on point with, service, housekeeping and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's I feel like that's kind of one of those quintessential Japanese things.
Thank you, Thomas.
Yes.
Okay, now these two gentlemen are going to share some experiences with their interactions with Japanese women. So maybe Taylor.
I'll start. Okay.
As in going after them.
Oh, going after them. Okay.
A little bit.
So
yeah.
Before I had a girlfriend, key on that. Before I had a girlfriend, I guess it is different going for a Japanese girl compared to a other girl, American, I guess I'll say. Reason being, with Japanese girl, the language can be a problem, so the way I have to interact with them is more physical, not in the sense that I'm touching them. Believe me, I'm not touching them. But motions, using hand gestures to express what I'm trying to say, because otherwise they might not understand. Same with sarcasm. Japanese people, maybe not all, but the ones that I've met, struggle with understanding sarcasm. And makes sense, it can be difficult, especially in another language. but I'm a very sarcastic person, and if
The weapon is taken away from you.
yeah, exactly. So my whole form of communicating with a girl that traditionally might be an American, a non-Japanese American, yeah, it's just completely different. I have to think differently. I have to slow down my words. I have to choose the words that I know they'll understand.
But yep. Sorry. Japanese women are very shy, right? Would you say they're very shy? Generally speaking.
Yeah, I would say they're shy.
Do you find them
They're
hard to
not-
approach?
Hard to approach if I'm given the right situation, where I can meet them and it's not completely random. Like if we're at a party, it's like, okay, you're there to meet people and hang out, so I can go over and hang out with them and talk to them. It always ends up being the basic questions like, oh, what's your name? Where are you from? How old are you? Those simple questions. But even though you say them over and over again, it's how you can meet. How at least I am able to meet some people here.
Thank you. Well, Thomas, what do you think?
So, if let's just say they understand English or they can use some, often I've found a lot of the women that I've interacted with can use it, but they don't always understand it. So it's like they'll say something, and like I'll know what they mean, and they use it the right way, but they might not understand what they said.
Oh.
And so when I reply, they don't understand what I said,
Okay.
and that's kind of weird.
Yep. What about
But as far as approaching, it can be, because it's just like
They're still girls. They're
Yeah.
still hard to approach.
yeah. I mean that's point
no,
one.
they're not girls.
But point two is there is the language barrier, and if they don't speak any English and you go in with English, which you probably shouldn't do anyway, that can be a bit of a problem.
Yeah, when you're not sure if they understand
Yeah.
you,
I mean,
it can be a problem.
you
if
kind of
don't
have to
speak the
lead.
language.
You have to lead with Japanese pretty much.
Okay. What about
Unless they come up to
Yeah.
you, then it's probably they're speaking English. So
Yeah. Okay. So what do you think about politeness? Like Japanese people are very polite. Does that pose an issue when you're approaching them? Like you
the
don't
politeness in general kind of drives me crazy because it's like,
enlighten us, Thomas.
how many times can you say thank you for the same thing?
Okay. Once
Like-
is enough,
Yeah, like there are times where it's like, yes, I get it, but like, do I have to thank you for every
Yeah.
single thing?
Like, does it make it hard when they're just being nice to you and laughing or appreciating everything you say, but you don't know what they really think?
Yeah, well, usually one person told me that they have a really good poker face. That's a lie. They do not have a very good poker face. Usually, you can tell what they're thinking just by their reaction.
Ah, really?
Yeah, their face. Your face, your eyes can't lie.
But like when me and Taylor were talking to some girls, and they were laughing quite a lot, right?
Yeah.
At the party, but then we couldn't tell if they were interested in us or just.
I mean,
there
there are some
I saw
that
her
are
today.
Yeah,
or not
me too,
today.
yeah.
there's some that are better than others, but I don't think really. I don't think there really is that much of a poker face. Like if someone's mad, it's
Yeah.
pretty obvious they're mad.
Yeah.
I mean, their face says that they're mad. Like, but
So you have had people mad at you already. So
but as far as like the whole like the politest thing goes, like being like appreciating everything that you say, it's kind of hard to tell like how much of it is fake because there is a very I feel bad saying this, but there's a very fake element of things here as far as interacting with people goes, and you kind of wonder how much of that is fake. And that, to me, it's like, I wouldn't do that, so it kind of bothers me knowing the other person probably would do that. And that's a bit of an issue, but what can you do? Shogunai.
Yeah. But do you have any points on that?
Politeness. I tend to like people that are straight up with me, especially girls.
You're not interested to say.
Yeah, if you're not interested, I think that goes.
If you're not interested, say you're not interested.
Yeah, I think that's a universal thing that guys like. You know, the trying to be nice and letting you down easy by lying and making excuses. It's never lying's not good. So, you know, just be upfront. And I have had that before where I went up to a girl and they were upfront that they weren't interested at all, and you know, for a second I was like, oh, that sucks, and then I moved on. You know, I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste your time. So don't pretend.
Don't pretend.
Yeah, just say go away and we'll go away.
Most of us. I hope most of us go away.
The three of us probably would. I don't know about other.
We're gentlemen.
People.
Gentlemen there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Gentlemen.
Yes. That's pretty much my input.
Alright. Well, thank you too for doing this video with me.
Yeah, no problem.
Sometimes awkward to talk to a camera. But,
Yeah, it's not too
The
bad.
camera's my best friend.
if you like this, comment, like,
Comment, like,
and subscribe.
Yeah.
Yep.